Hello, my name is Xander, and today I'll be going over if I think it's worth to build Mortefi or not. This is a new video series I'm trying where I'm gonna go over if I think it's worth to pull a character, well not just pull, or build an older character that might be like a 4-star, maybe a standard 5-star, just if it's worth to put high levels of investment into them and if it's not. And talk about if it's relatable, if it's easy, if it's hard, or is it worth it. And today's Mortefi. And for Mortefi, I think he is very worth to build him, like good, if you have Gion. If you don't have Gion, you shouldn't, and just slap him on Heron and support set with no rules. He's not worth it if not. But if you do have Gion, I'd recommend trying coordinated attack set, and I'll go to show you how powerful that is. But firstly, let me show you my build. So it is a very basic build, a little higher on the unrelatable end, but achievable. But definitely a big oversight is no liberation damage. Of course, the standard pistols, but here's my echoes. There's my stats. And all the bonus traces are unlocked to max. Liberation maxed, everything else isn't, and full cons. Now, my other characters. Now, my Gion is nothing special, just decent build on Jinchi Sig, and mostly things maxed. Nothing crazy. Now, getting into build. This is the most recent TOA, and yes, this is on the Gion buff side, but even if this enemy's fusion res, I want to show you how high of the damage he can deal is, even with a fusion res enemy. Now, his build up is a little slow, you have to be very good at his forte attack. But when you do, you'll be seeing very high results, and this is a show he can do that decent damage while still buffing Gion very heavily, even with a fusion res enemy. The ticks gets much higher. His liberation builds up over time, so the longer his liberation goes, the better it is, so the more damage you can squeeze out. But I'll go to speed up this clip because I have a lot of footage to show about why you should probably build him if you have Gion, so this will be going a lot faster now. Oh, look at them go. So fast. But as you see, it's a very fast clear time. Gion's absolutely shredding his HP like butter. I could be playing better obviously, but we all try. But let's go to the next clip. This is middle tower, and the only buff is some fusion res in the good way. And the buff doesn't even benefit really Gion here since he can't really cast enough echo skills to fully benefit from it. So they aren't getting crazy buffs, but it's still a decent clear with them. Of course, this is sped up. This isn't actually how fast it is, but you can see by the timer to speed, it's just I need more time because I don't want to make a long video, but I want to get what I want across. But you definitely see he's going very fast. The hardest part of his rotation is doing the Concerto gain build really fast to get him enrolled. And of course you have enough decent energy on Gion to get a right rotation. But I'll go to say what his plays. Other good teammates for Mortefi can be Peeb, Rochia, and Danjin maybe. And maybe future characters that also go off heavy attack damage since he's just a very strong unit in heavy attack buffing like Sanhua. Sanhua is strong because she's even faster with Concerto and she buffs basic. But Mortefi is still very strong, there just isn't as many heavy users. Now, let's go to show a wuwa clear. Now, in wuwa, I'd say Gion Mortefi is by far one of the strongest teams there, beside maybe Chengli Brand, played very efficiently, Chengli Liao, Camellia, Little Chia teams. But I feel like Gion and Mortefi are one of the most consistently strong ones if you play them right. Now, with a damage Mortefi, you'll get a little less buffing on Gion, but some mini damage in the long run. And also damage to fill in when Gion's not on field, at least some. Which will actually help more than you think. It just usually doesn't kill, but he gets some lower for Gion usually be able to ult splash. Which just kills that wave. Now, I don't have Rochia, so I can't make an example out of her, which kind of sucks. But if you do, you can actually use Rochia as a main DPS if you put her on the Havoc set, and have Mortefi as her buffer, just kind of like this team. And it actually works decently well, from what I've heard and seen. So if you have that, and want to maybe try it, you should. And other than that, Mortefi is pretty nice to build. Now, while the rest of this plays, I'm going to go over, is it worth to level up all these echoes for them? In my opinion, yes, and that reason is, if you have many users of the Concerto set, you can get a lot of value out of building on that set, because, JJ, Yinlin, Cantorella, and Mortefi all use the coordinated attack set when you're building them damage, and if you could get a crit damage, or crit on max, and then 2 1 costs that are good, 1 3 cost that's attack, and then 1 3 cost that's an element of each. All of them build, and then you only need 1 unique echo for each, and you just have to have 1 build because they can all share that. That's why I think it is very worth to build this on Mortefi if you want to try, because you can get all that value from building that Concerto set. Now, other than that, his damage definitely isn't crazy. His damage is only very tip-off. It's very strong when he's building him, but the only time he really maximizes the damage is with Gion. Now, with Gion, that damage goes up very high because how much he's attacking and how much he can make up for that liberation. So, I think I got most of my points ahead. I think if you have Gion, or maybe Rochia, you should build him. You should try. Now, if you don't, I wouldn't say it's worth it. And of course, before you should ever level up a Mortefi, you should always level up a Gion first. Before you ever level up a support, always level up the DPS first. Get the echoes working first, that's always an obvious. But other than that, I think I got my points across in this video. If you have any suggestions on what else I should mention in these videos, or if you like them or not, please leave them in the comments, and like and subscribe if you did enjoy. I'd really appreciate that, since I've been growing a lot recently, and that's really cool to see me actually going somewhere. But do hope you enjoyed, and do hope I helped you decide whatever you're thinking, and have a good rest of your night or day, and bye!